Hello, my name is Ricardo Andorinho, and I'm very happy to present you Sportrack.io. So let's start monetizing your efforts as an athlete. If you are an athlete, you are on the perfect spot to see how we are sponsoring sports careers online. So why Sportrack.io is more than the sports LinkedIn? It's because we automated a series of processes that are very difficult for the athlete. And at the same time, we have 70 managers that are carefully developing a relationship in between athletes, managers, and sponsors, providing athletes with all the resources they need to fulfill their dreams and to continue competing at the highest level. The sports problems and challenges are diverse and can sometimes put the athlete outside the court, outside the field, and it's very dramatic for the families that are supporting the athlete to develop his or her own career. So from athlete visibility to sponsor athlete alignment, to market disparities, to different sports, and the financial support that is getting expensive, not only on the healthcare system, but also in the competitions that the athletes need to register to get his or her career into the future. The international challenges for the IOC are immense. So we are working in coordination and funding for athletes directly in their own wallets. We have wallets for every athlete registered on a platform. We diminish public resistance because as public athletes' profiles are visible, we have a KYC process that is very demanding for the athlete's perspective. But once finished, they can use the platform to manage their own sponsorships in a multi-level, multi-country layer with gateway payment systems and electronic card that allows them to pay for sports expenses wherever they are at a global scale and with security and safety provided by our own development environment. So we are now at building the ecosystem, and we already have an MVP working to deliver the sponsorship packages that we have online. Nowadays, we are developing the card, the electronic card, with a very important partner in the payment system, in the Portuguese payment system, that will allow us to pay for sports expenses not only in Portugal, but outside Portugal. How Sportrack.io works for you. So this is a project that was built by myself, but with a team of experts in many other areas. The sports experience is very important to understand the different layers in between the financing system of the sports in every country that is different from country to country, but also for the sponsor needs, because rights and legal opportunities are very closed inside the clubs and inside the relationships in between athletes and clubs, putting athletes sometimes alone and without the possibility, the opportunity, the accessibility they can have in funding directly in their own wallets and for their own careers. And so we are building this tech solution to provide them with all the features, all the services they need. We have a big team of professionals inside Portugal, but we are extending already that team for another countries, namely in principle and fundamentally in Spain. So we are prepared to unleash the potential and fuel the dreams of all registered athletes in our platform. Here you can see how we are managing sponsorships from the sponsor's perspective. So if athletes accept the sponsorship offer that sponsors provide to the platform, so just after the acceptance from the athletes, it is possible to automate this relationship and to see how the brands are getting populated inside the athletes' perspectives. So we have a way to ensure that the athlete receives the sponsorship not only from the image and from the brand visibility, but also from the money perspective, which is fundamental for being available to pay the so important sports expenses that they need to continue competing at the highest level. Here is a screenshot of how we use the platform to give support to the registered athletes. So we transform money into month of support, and then the end user, is able to choose how many months they want to support each of the registered athletes. We do this with a very strong legal body. The company was built with the help of lawyers that are from the intellectual property arena. And in this sense, all the rights of the athletes are protected in the terms of conditions of the network. And we want to make them profitable to the extent, to the full extent of the wallet's balance inside each of the user's accounts. So by each time one sponsor wants to sponsor an athlete, he will receive a notification through email, which is private, saying that sponsor A wants to target you as an athlete and wants to help you to develop your own career. The athlete, as shown, will accept or reject the offer. If the athlete accepts the offer, so the image stays and the money migrates directly to the wallet of the athlete, providing him or her with all the features of the platform that allows them to subscribe to our card and to directly pay for their sports expenses immediately. Expanding brand visibility is one of the biggest concerns when we started to develop the project. We need to give value to the sponsors that help us to the athletes of the platform. And so by each time a new sponsorship is built, in an automatic way, they are generated two links, one that stays in the athlete's profile, the other that stays in the sponsorship profile until the extent and the duration of the sponsorship specifically that we are talking about. So it is easy for the sponsor and for the company to expand his own visibility, targeting athletes' careers and expanding their brand visibility. We have now 4 different account types. You can launch an account as an athlete, a fan, a sponsor, or a manager, with different options for the back office and with an ecosystem that provides you with a manager that can help you out to gain more sponsors and to help you booking services within the platform. This is our business model, where you can see the 3 different types of sponsorships that we are addressing today. And you see the differences in access level for the features of athletes management, sponsorship management, payable sports expenses with a card, and this feature of rejecting or accepting the support. The wallet balance is available for all users of the platform and will give us a sense on how much money our athletes are spending in sports expenses, which is a figure that the country doesn't have at the moment, and that is very difficult to target because normally this money is being controlled by tourism, restaurants, hotels, and activities like services. This is the other part of the business model that is already being addressed in real, and we had already sold some of these features and some of these services, which is the onboarding process of an athlete or a family, which we cover for 30 euros. From the sponsor perspective, we have an annual donation of 1,200 euros. And then we are inviting athletes to be with companies, depending on their scoring internally of the platform. And we only have these two prices of 1,500 euros or 2,500 euros per event or per participation. This is our onboarding prices to get you comfortable with the platform and to showcase and to help you out in managing the users that we provide you. So after we have the expenses and the amounts of money available in each of the profiles that I've mentioned before, we are able to book the professionals that we are targeting for the last 3 years here in Portugal, and that can guarantee sports medicine. We have one clinic direction here in Lisbon, but we work with doctors specialized in sports medicine and sports care for all the registered professionals and for all the registered athletes. So it is possible to managing all this support online and to see what kind of services athletes are going through. The key point of connecting everyone is through a network card that we subscribe, that the athletes can subscribe online, and that can be used internationally when they are competing cross borders, or when they need to pay an immediate expense to participate in any sport inscription, for example, for tournaments, and for the sports healthcare system at a national level. We started with these two big groups of expenses: sports expenses directly to registered players in competitions, and the healthcare problem that we have a few doctors specialized in sports medicine, and it is very demanding for these doctors, and some of the doctors have 3 to 4 months period of accepting new bookings, and we can help them by booking from 1 week to the other, and this is one of the biggest values that the network addresses. So we are also trying to reach the International Olympic Committee with a very specific proposal to onboard Olympic athletes, and we expect to get this opportunity to help more athletes into the network, because within Sportrack, every registered user has something to win. Thank you very much for your attention.